Hey cool people, I'm Nick, I'm a he/him, and because of this comment, and because it's Friday the 13th, I think we should go over the top 10 scariest, eeriest, and most adrenaline-inducing moments in the Kingdom Hearts series. Spoilers ahead, that means you, Darth Nox. Number 10. Starting with the eerie, we look to Kingdom Hearts 3. The idea of toys being alive is already inherently creepy. Something like Chucky is terrifying for a reason. This creepy boss from Kingdom Hearts 3 has a cold, rigid stare, puppet-like movements, and the juxtaposition of cute and horrifying make this entire experience incredibly uncomfortable. As a kid, few things were more eerie than the 7 wonders of Twilight Town. The unexplained and peculiar happenings in the world seemed supernatural and bizarre, especially in a game that hadn't really dealt with the like before. And before it was revealed to be Axel and the Nobodies, the multiple VVs, the hole in the wall, the shadowy other, and the dog in the bag were all strange phenomena that gave Twilight Town a more mysterious and unknown quality. A hint that something there was not as it seemed. Music plays a vital role in the Kingdom Hearts series. It's bouncy, it's enchanting, it's ever-present, which makes its absence all the more daunting. When Roxas in the Day to Twilight Town is sent to the old mansion on the 6th day, the music is completely gone, and we only hear the sounds of his footsteps or the click of an open chest, but otherwise, all that remains is deafening silence. Death is a scary concept. Many stories have been written just to come to grips with our own hastening mortality. And when death rears its head in Kingdom Hearts, a game made for children, it's even more disconcerting. Especially when one of our own team members, Goofy, appears to have been killed in the middle of Kingdom Hearts 2. At the time, every child playing Kingdom Hearts 2 were both shocked and mortified during this part of the story. For a 7-year-old, Goofy dying was impossible and unheard of, yet he remained out of the party for just long enough to trick nearly every one of us. And to this day, it remains an impactful moment for the many who experienced it. What would this top 10 list be without mentioning Halloween Town, a level specifically designed around the thrills and chills of the encroaching holiday? Though, few things are particularly out of place in Halloween Town, and while it is a scary place, not much is out of the ordinary for it. But, if you ever played Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2, there's a specific mission that both confused and chilled the player. Roxas was tasked with finding out why the Heartless population was dwindling, and many might think this is a good thing, until they found out why. Black claws and tendrils burst from the ground, grabbing Heartless and devouring them. Not only do they consume their own allies, but on your way to figure out the source, you're forced to fight more of these unknown claws that can eat you and spit you back out. And when you finally reach the source in the graveyard of Oogie's mansion, you find Leechgrave, a coffin-like plant monster that's a particularly difficult boss. Hard-hitting, spewing poison, and those tendril claws still around, making it a disturbing and trying experience for all who dared to engage with it. Speaking of hard bosses, few things are more terrifying than the first time the player ever fights Sephiroth. Standing before Phil, he presents us with a set of question marks, an unknown battle we can partake in. Entering it, we see the arena is dark, Purples and reds color the screen, and dead trees encircle the border of the arena. Lights and spinning circles appear in the sky as an unknown figure drops. He lifts his wing as the music slams in. And for many, that first time, and those many, many deaths following it, were as heart-thumping and adrenaline-pumping as any horror movie. Another secret boss that haunts the Kingdom Hearts series is the mysterious figure in Birth by Sleep, and while encountering them is definitely an exciting, even horrific moment, little is worse than learning his moveset, getting good at the fight, and nearly taking him down before they decide they'll just rewind time. And while a loss of progression can be rage-inducing, it's the unknown of why or how can I prevent that that's truly scary. And that's not all. One of the most sweat-inducing moments of that fight is when they decide to use Vanish, leaving Terra, Ventus, or Aqua to dash around the room blind, hoping the figure doesn't attack from the shadows and revoke us from life. Another from Birth by Sleep, a genuinely terrifying moment, the more you consider it, is Lady Tremaine, Drizella, and Anastasia being burned alive in front of Aqua and Cinderella. Their jealousy and hatred summoned a particularly violent Unversed, who exuded bombs any direction it could, even at the feet of those who called it. As the bomb lands, the screams of the women echo out.
You go against my wishes.
As we cut to the explosion, and then reverse shot to Aqua and Cinderella, who are cowering. If this were a different game, we'd likely see their charred corpses on the battlefield, forever left as a reminder of what jealousy and hate can do to you. A bit niche, but absolutely terrifying, was while playing Coded, if you completed a data area, but you were not in the room with the exit, you could potentially run into a program called the Eliminator. A red version of the Defender Heartless, the Eliminator hits like a truck, and runs with the speed of one too. Getting this for the first time or any time is a jump scare of a moment that leaves the player scrambling to get out before they're taken out, and have to restart their run through that particular datascape. The entirety of Birth by Sleep 0.2. The more you consider the events of 0.2 and the ramifications of Kingdom Hearts 1, the more you realize how many hundreds, maybe even thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands, millions of people died as these worlds were destroyed and thrust into the realm of darkness. To put it into perspective, the idea of Earth being destroyed by something beyond our control is a horrifying thought. But not only that, Aqua's somber trip through the darkness is only a reminder of her failures to save the realm of light. And we quickly see her mental state decline. Trauma after trauma befalls her as she slips slowly into madness, taunted and attacked by visions of herself. And when she finally finds a friend, when she's reunited with Mickey, he's forced to leave her there, to wander indefinitely in a timeless, lonely, lightless prison, of which she believes she is eternally trapped.